không có must.
Chả thế con gì.
Excuse me, what time is it?
It's 4 o'clock.
It's 4 o'clock, isn't it?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
By the way, my name is nice to meet you.
My name is Việt. Nice to meet you too.
So your name is Việt, isn't it?
Yes.
May I ask you some questions about your daily routine?
Yes, of course.
What time do you usually get up in the morning?
I usually get up in the morning at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock?
Yes.
And after getting up, what do you usually do after getting up?
Well, after getting up, I usually take exercise.
Do you usually take exercise?
Pardon?
Do you usually take exercise?
Yes, I do. I do it very often.
You do it very often?
Yes.
How often do you take exercise?
I take exercise every day.
Every day?
Yes.
When do you usually take exercise?
I usually take exercise in the morning.
In the morning?
Yes.
What time do you usually take exercise?
I usually take exercise 4:30.
4:30?
Yes.
Who do you usually take exercise with?
I usually take exercise alone.
Alone?
Yes.
How long does it take you to take exercise?
It takes me about 10 minutes to take exercise.
10 minutes?
Yes.
And after taking exercise, what do you usually do after taking exercise?
Well, after taking exercise, I usually do my homework.
Do your homework?
Yes.
Do you usually do your homework?
Yes, I do. I do it very often.
You do it very often?
Right.
How often do you do your homework?
I do my homework every day.
Every day?
Yes.
When do you usually do your homework?
I usually do my homework in the morning.
In the morning?
Yes.
What time do you usually do your homework?
I usually do my homework at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock?
Yes.
Who do you usually do your homework with?
I usually do my homework alone.
Alone?
Yes.
How long does it take you to do your homework?
It takes me about 30 minutes to do my homework.
30 minutes?
Yes.
And after doing your homework, what do you usually do after doing your homework?
Well, after doing my homework, I usually go to school.
Go to school?
Yes.
Do you like going to school?
Yes, I do. I like it very much.
Very much?
Yes.
How often do you go to school?
I go to school 5 days a week.
5 days a week?
Yes.
When do you usually go to school?
I usually go to school in the morning.
In the morning?
Yes.
What time do you usually go to school?
At 6:30 in the morning. I usually go to school at 6:30 in the morning.
6:30 in the morning?
Yes.
Who do you usually go to school with?
I go to school alone.
Alone?
Yes.
How far is it from the room to the school?
About 15 kilometers. It's about 15 kilometers from my room to my school.
15 kilometers?
Yes.
How do you usually go to school?
I usually go to school by bike.
By bike?
Yes.
And how long does it take you to go to school?
It takes me about 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yes.
How many people are there in your class?
There are 40 people in my class.
40 people?
Yes.
And after going to school, what do you usually do after going to school?
Well, after going to school, I usually have lunch.
Have lunch?
Yes.
Do you usually have lunch?
Yes, I do. I do it very often.
You do it very often?
Yes.
How often do you have lunch?
I have lunch every day.
Every day?
Yes.
What time do you usually have lunch?
I usually have lunch At 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
Yes.
Who do you usually have lunch with?
I usually have lunch alone.
Alone?
Yes.
How long does it take you to have lunch?
It takes me about 10 minutes to have lunch.
10 minutes?
Yes.
And after having lunch, what do you usually do after having lunch?
Well, after having lunch, I usually study.
Study?
Yes.
How do you usually study?
Yes, I do. I do it very often.
You do it very often?
Yes.
How often do you study?
I study every day.
Every day?
Yes.
When do you usually study?
I usually study in the afternoon.
In the afternoon?
Yes.
What time do you usually study?
I usually study at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock?
Yes.
Who do you usually study with?
I usually study alone.
Alone?
Yes.
How long does it take you to study?
I usually it takes me about 1 hour to study.
1 hour?
Yes.
And after studying, what do you usually do after studying?
Well, after studying, I usually have dinner.
Have dinner?
Yes.
Do you usually have dinner?
Yes, I do. I do it very often.
You do it very often?
Yes.
How often do you have dinner?
I have dinner every day.
Every day?
Yes.
What time do you usually have dinner?
I usually have dinner at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock?
Yes.
Who do you usually have dinner with?
I usually have dinner alone.
Alone?
Yes.
How long does it take you to have dinner?
It takes me about 10 minutes to have dinner.
10 minutes?
Yes.
And after have dinner, what do you usually do after have dinner?
Pardon?
And after having dinner, what do you usually do after having dinner?
Well, after having dinner, I usually have a bath.
Have bath?
Yes.
What time do you usually have bath?
I usually have a bath at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock?
Yes.
How long does it take you to have bath?
It takes me about 10 minutes to have a bath.
10 minutes?
Yes.
And after having a bath, what do you usually do after having a bath?
Well, after having a bath, I usually read books.
Read books?
Yes.
Do you like reading book?
Pardon?
Do you like reading books? Reading books?
Yes, I do. I like it very much.
Very much?
Yes.
How often do you reading book?
Pardon?
How often do you read books?
I usually read. I read books every day.
Every day?
Yes.
What time do you usually read books?
I usually read books at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock?
Yes.
How long does it take you to read books?
It takes me about 30 minutes to read books. Sorry. It takes me about 30 minutes to read books.
30 minutes?
Yes.
Who do you usually read books with?
I usually read books alone.
Alone?
Yes.
And after reading books, what do you usually do after reading books?
Well, after reading books, I usually go to bed.
Go to bed?
Yes.
What time do you usually go to bed?
I usually go to bed. I usually go to bed at 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
Yes.
And before going to bed, what do you usually do before going to bed?
Well, before going to bed, I usually surf for the internet.
Pardon?
Well, before going to bed, I usually surf for the internet.
Pardon?
Well, before going to bed, I usually surf for the internet.
Surf the internet?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, see you later.
See you later. Ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
Thôi thì